We're back with another episode.
This episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler is sponsored by myapothecary.com. My Apothecary is the premier online destination for hemp-derived CBD that will help you curate a wealthy lifestyle.
To another episode of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The Face Off of Fleming and Fowler. We're here today. Hot takes and a 1 and a 2 and a 3.
I hope you know I'm keeping this. That's definitely going to be our intro.
Sorry.
How was your week this week?
My week was long. Dude, this time change is kicking my ass.
Yeah, same. You wake up and it's like 6 p.m. You're like, what?
Yeah. And you get out of work and it's so hot because it's midday.
Very true.
So I don't know. That's been really hard. What else happened this week? The allergies were out of this world. Awful. I felt like shit all weekend. Couldn't sleep. Haven't been able to breathe. Almost had an asthma attack at the gym. That's why I shouldn't be working out.
Exactly. Don't work out.
And it was just, I don't know if you do this to your patients. I'm assuming you do, but
probably.
Like, especially in COVID, you know how everyone they're getting blasted with oxygen. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I can't breathe. And you're like, motherfucker, you can breathe. Like,
if you talk, you can breathe.
If you're coughing, if you're talking, you can breathe. No, but you're like, hey, listen, and you're always told them, like, look at your oxygen number. It's good. You have air in your lungs. It's just hard. You have to calm yourself down.
Right.
Bitch, when I tell you at the gym, because my asthma was so bad that I knew I could breathe and like my heart rate was going down because I just finished a circuit. Yeah. But I couldn't get my chest to, I couldn't get a good breath in. And you know, when you start, your body's like, bitch, you can't breathe. So then your heart rate starts going back up. And you start getting
hyperventilating.
Like tachypneic breathing. And I was like, I can't breathe. It's like, this is because I always tell my patients, just relax, breathe out for deeply. 4, in for 2. I was trying all my tricks. I couldn't do it.
No, definitely
it was karma.
Not. That's why none of this stuff works every time we tell our patients. Just breathe slower. It doesn't work.
It's the hardest thing to do, to tell your body, calm the fuck down when it can't. It feels like it's suffocating.
Absolutely, definitely.
So I got a little taste of my own medicine. Yeah. I had to have my friend run and get my inhaler. Shout out to Katie. She's great. She had to save my life multiple times.
Thank you, Katie, for saving Alyssa's life so I don't have to find another co-host for the podcast.
Yeah. I texted her later and I was like, thank you, but how many times do you think you're going to have to save my life? Like,
a bunch of times.
I'm sorry it's dramatic every time. And she's like, it's okay. I'm used to it now. I know where your inhalers are.
Well, at least you have an extra emergency contact from your mom.
That's true.
You know? So shouts out to Katie.
Yeah. Shout out Katie.
Cool beans.
How was your weekend?
My week was...
whole week.
My week was actually cool. It was okay. Like you said, it was very long. The time change definitely sucks. But I did work this weekend, which was, oh God,
working
even worse.
For the weekend.
I know, I hate that. But I did. I know you guys were waiting to hear this. I went and saw Collington over the weekend. Woohoo, Collington.
We're all very excited for you.
I love Collington. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out into the atmosphere, and I'm manifesting it. If he's married, I'm not manifesting it. But
I'm manifesting a single situation.
Yes, manifesting a single guy. He is in love with me, and I'm convinced. The way this
You don't think it has anything to do with the fact that you pay him and tip him?
No.
Okay. Good. Just checking.
I think he is genuinely in love with me. And because the way he like massages me, I'm like, there's no way you're massaging people like this for 8 hours a day. It's just me.
Not like it's his job or anything.
No. Like, we give shit quality to patients sometimes.
That is true.
Depending on what time of the day. And I usually go to him later in the day where you're tired. Exactly. And the way
my last patient of the day, he ain't get shit from me.
No, not even no glass of water. Oh, can you bring some ice? I'll tell you nurse. I'll tell you nurse.
I'll push the button for them and let that shit
And if I remember to tell your nurse, I'll text him an hour later. Hey, your patient asked about some water.
Leave your urinal across the room.
Exactly.
Trying to get the blankets off.
Exactly. So I'm definitely convinced. Like he was even more conversational.
You guys are taking it to a new level.
We are. We're taking it slow. We're taking it nice and slow. Collington and Monica, we're going to be 2022 is our year. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, she's going to end up spending like $500 in massages every month.
I have definitely already done that.
God damn it.
He's just, and for 90 minutes, he did hurt me a little bit just because I've been having IT band issues and stuff, and tensor fasciitis issues and sciatica. Oh my God. It's so painful. So I did tell him, I was like, listen, I'm going to try not to be a punk and try not to cry when you touch certain parts. But
listen, if I cry during this massage,
just hold me.
It's not you, it's me.
Just hold me, Collington. But yeah, so he was amazing. And I definitely needed it. I hadn't seen him since November.
Wow. Because you guys had so much lost time.
I know. He was like, so how's everything been going since I last saw you? And I was like, oh, he remembers me.
How could he? He was like, oh, that lady who tips me super well comes in all the time and moans during her massages. How could I forget?
I don't moan.
I'm 100% sure you do.
Maybe in my head I do, but like even when he like moves my legs certain places, I'm like, you in love with me?
Hey.
Okay.
I hate massages, but I would go just to see. I don't
understand why you don't like massages.
Don't fucking touch me. I don't want you to touch me.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Did your mom hug you as a kid? Like, is your mom a very like touchy-feely kind of mom?
We are huggy people, but she's like the only person I will let hug me.
Really?
Without limits or bounds. But like, she always scratch my back. We're huggers. We're also low-key mouth kissers. Yeah. She's a cuddler. I am not, but I'll let her do it. It's just a mom thing.
Yeah.
Even my family, my brother, my cousins, yes, I'll do it. But like anyone else, get the fuck off of me.
See, I don't like other people touching me. I really don't. But massage therapists, yes, touch me all the time. Absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe I just haven't had a good massage.
You need to go to college.
I like facials. Unless they touch my neck, I can't fuck with that.
I've only gotten one face. Every time. Okay, so anytime I do get a massage, I don't know. I think it's just the weirdness in me. I always have this weird feeling that at some point they're just gonna grab my head and try to just break my fucking neck. I don't know why. I just don't. That's like a thing that I have. I don't know. It's like I don't know. Ripley's Believe It or Not. I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah. I have that.
Okay. Did you that video I sent you with that lady and her neck broke?
Oh yeah,
did you watch that?
I did. Listen, I'm telling you, when chiropractic, unless you're inflamed, that shit does not feel good. Because when I was going in December after I herniated my disc, that was painful. Like I was guarding so bad. He was like, "Relax." I was like, "Sir, I can't
relax.
I can't." And I was fighting against him, and it hurt so bad. It feels good when you just need a good adjustment, but because chiropractors, you don't say the word crack to them. That's very disrespectful.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Clunk.
You say adjustment.
Oh, adjustment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I can't relax in massages, and you're supposed to be able to, so it's not enjoyable. But I do like cupping, like that kind of shit. I like.
Oh, cupping hurts.
It just wanted to be painful.
Oh, see, you're like S&M type stuff.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think we should kink shame on this channel. I think we should be an open forum.
I'm gonna make you a shirt. I support S&M.
I don't not. Anyway, moving on.
All right,
what you got?
Go ahead and get into it. So this week was the first. I mean, not the first. It was the year anniversary of Tiger King.
Rawr! Hey, all you cool cats and kittens.
That goddamn Carol Baskin. She set me up.
To think that a year ago was like prime time golden age of quarantine.
That was a wonderful time. I'm not going to lie.
Everything was sold out at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Restaurants were giving meal kits away so you could make your favorite foods at home.
No toilet paper or disinfectant.
No one was at school. TikTok was popping.
Yes. The streets were empty.
Streets were empty.
Gas was cheap.
Amazon was on a new level. People were priming the shit out of things.
Jeff Bezos, man, you ought to thank everybody in the whole entire world because we are directly responsible for your success. But yeah,
I can't believe that was a whole year ago.
Seriously, it was. I mean, you couldn't stop watching it. You were just glued to the TV. Like, I need to see how this is going to end. And then it's like you're halfway through it, and you're like, wait, no, this is real life. Like, this is not scripted.
Things kept coming up in that. We should rewatch Tiger King as a memoriam,
Definitely. And especially the guy who was filming it. I was just like,
oh, yeah.
This man didn't realize he was sitting on a goddamn gold mine.
Yeah. And remember all the husbands? It was just like, oof.
I was like, how do you get two husbands? And they're just, well, we ain't gay, but we with them. And we're sexing down every night.
We're only gay for him.
We're only gay for him, but we're good.
Oh, that's like that show. Have you seen The One?
The One?
That's on Netflix now. It's like DNA matching to find your one soulmate.
No, I haven't heard about that.
Shit, but like some people get matched to women and they're like, I never thought I'd get matched to a woman.
Wow.
So maybe sometimes your soulmate's just someone of the same sex.
That could be true.
That you're with because they're grooming you.
Well, I think
you don't realize it.
I think a lot of best friends are soulmates.
They're my best friend.
Like Christina and Meredith. You can't tell me that Christina Yang and Meredith Grey, you cannot tell me that they are not soulmates.
What I will tell you is that they're fictional characters.
That's not the point. They're real. Okay. They're real.
Just making sure you know.
Oprah and Gail are
That's
soulmates.
One I will take. Oprah and Gail. Yes. Yeah. Stedman, never heard of them.
Even though allegedly people think that they're gay. They're really a couple.
They could be a little gay.
I mean, what's wrong with being gay?
It's a Kinsey scale for a reason.
Yeah, but I mean, but the thing is, they identify with each other because they're both women. They're both journalists, so why wouldn't they be soulmates? Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Stedman is just, he's a Stepford husband. Anyway.
Yeah. I would love to be a Stedman, but, female and...
Very true.
Anyway, way to celebrate it. A year ago, we were handed little slips of paper that said, "Hey, you're essential. Get your ass to work every day."
Very true. Yeah, we even they sent out for this week at our hospital. Shouts out to our hospital. We will not say their name, obviously, for common sense purposes. But they had this like week of healthcare heroes and kind of honoring the first patient, getting the anniversary of the first patient that we had of COVID, and they had a whole slew of events like the whole week.
We got T-shirts. We had yoga, sunset and dusk,
and we had food trucks,
massage chairs. The food trucks were banging because we got free lunch and ice cream. Yeah, there was a churro cart.
And they had a mariachi band.
Mariachi.
What did I say? Mariachi?
You said mariachi, but it's okay. You're from Florida. So.
Yeah, I know. We don't have mariachi bands in Florida.
Mariachis. Yeah, no, that was really nice. As much as we say, stop buying your employees pizza and just treat them with respect and pay them.
We want both.
It was pretty nice to have some free food all week.
Yeah, and at first I was like, you know what? I'm not eating their goddamn food. Fuck
Here
their
she
food
was
trucks.
over in the corner.
And they were like, so what time are we going to lunch? 12:30 is fine for you?
Y'all good to meet at the food trucks?
Exactly.
Dude, the first week of my clinical at the hospital was this week when they celebrate employees and they do all the fun stuff. Yeah, and that's what sold me. I was like, this place is awesome. There's free food. Everyone's happy.
They get you with the food, man.
Yeah, and here I am 2 years later.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, damn, it was all a dream. All right, so also in the news this week, well, first of all, we got to talk about it just so we can get it out of the way. We are a podcast that is very responsible. We are a podcast that does not promote hate in any way, discrimination in any way. First of all, we are two women of color, and we definitely stand for other groups and races of color. Not only that, anytime oppression is brought into the situation, anytime racism or discrimination is brought into the conversation, we definitely stand against that. So we got to go ahead and talk about it, especially all the stuff that's been going on in the news lately with regard to the attacks on the Asian community, the hate crimes, because that's what they are. They're not just attacks, they're hate crimes.
Dude,
crimes.
Racism is so ghetto.
It just is annoying, and I think it's really horrible, the stuff that's been going on. But I think the bigger picture is that people of color, no matter how much white people like you, they will always turn on you. They'll always like
themselves more.
Yes, they will. And I think, even I heard about in the news, I think it was New York, this elderly Asian woman, this white guy, this young white,
the fuck out of that man.
I'm like, this lady looks like she's like in her 70s. This dude looks like he's in his early 20s, and he's on a fucking stretcher. And this lady was screaming with this 2x4 in her hand, like, try me if you want to, bitch. I slap your ass again.
She's like, I've seen some shit, sir. I've survived.
Yeah. And even, of course, we all know, unfortunately, the tragedy that occurred in Atlanta this past week where...
My God, the world.
I just don't understand how you can sit here and say, oh, it wasn't about the fact that they're Asian. It was just the fact that I'm addicted to sex and porn. And so I thought by killing them, it would just release me. How about you just kill yourself?
If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck.
It just really annoys me at the fact that I saw this one video where this woman was just talking about how Asians come to this country, come to America, and most of the time all of their family is still back in their native land. And that they come this is the same thing as Hispanics do, and people from the Caribbean, they do the same thing where they come to this country for a better opportunity. They work these shit jobs, you know what I mean? For next to nothing, these back-breaking jobs, just to be able to have enough money to get a 1-bedroom apartment so they can get all of their family over here at least. And then they all work together, and and the fact that these people were sending money home to their families, and now you've taken a life from a whole group of people because you're just a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. Like, just go ahead and fucking euthanize this bitch. Don't even do a trial. Don't do nothing. And then you went to multiple places to kill specifically Asians. You killed 6 Asian women. A total of 8 women, but you killed 6 Asian women. You cannot tell me that that's not a fucking hate crime. And then the police officer, the chief deputy or whatever his punk ass name is, I don't even want to acknowledge him. But the fact that he said, well, the kid said that he was at the end of his rope and he was just having a bad day.
We all have bad days, sir. Literally everyone in America.
I had a bad day today. I didn't want to go to work. It's a Sunday. I don't want to go to work.
I've never said, you know what, my day is so shitty. Let me pull out this fucking gun.
AR-15 and just shoot random people.
Splatter some shit.
Like, it's just, I mean, the thing is, I'm not surprised at the way they handled this situation, and I'm not surprised at the things that the man said, because even the police officer who even said that, somebody looked at his Facebook and saw that he was advertising these shirts about the whole China virus thing and that bullshit that Trump was saying about, oh, you mean the Kung flu and all this. I mean, it's just so fucking disrespectful. It's so disrespectful to a group of people. And when you say stuff like that, it makes these people a target.
I cannot wait till the majority of this country is mixed race.
Seriously. Well, even remember when 9/11 happened, so many Muslim men and women, you know, so many Indian men and women who wear the traditional garb, their lives were at risk. Like the hate crimes for them went up drastically because everybody's, oh, are you going to blow me up? Are you going to do this? You're going to do this? And it's just like, please stop generalizing a group of people off of the actions of one or two.
You think we would have learned that by now?
No.
There's been a couple of incidences in history where that didn't work out for us.
Yeah, just a couple. Just maybe 2 or 3. Yeah. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But what I thought was very interesting about the whole Asian hate crimes. First of all, I think we need to stop talking about Asian hate crimes. We need to stop white terrorism, and that's the problem. It shouldn't be hashtag Black Lives Matter. It shouldn't be hashtags this life matters, that life matters. Stop fucking white terrorism. Seriously. Because that's the underlining, that's the denominator of all of this bullshit. White people own your fucking bullshit. Like, just stop. But then I thought it was very interesting how the Asian community was calling upon Black Lives Matter activists and saying, you know, we really need your support and stuff like that. And I know this may sound a little controversial, but hey, Asian people, I just want y'all to know they're still killing Black people. So I don't know how we can help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're literally still shooting and killing our asses in the street.
Same thing with, was it Africa, Jamaica? Didn't we have this talk?
Who?
Remember someone was going through some shit and they're like, we need Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter was like, we're just still trying to live over here.
Was it Nigeria?
Maybe.
Stop SARS. Hashtag
yes.
Stop SARS. Yeah.
Yes. Not SARS, COVID, SARS, the other SARS.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's just, that's tough. But I think Black Lives Matter was so powerful because it was a huge show out from the group that was directly affected.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So I don't know if it'll have the same effect for hashtag Stop Asian Hate Crimes.
Yeah. And I think too, because the Black Lives Matter movement was specifically about, and I think at the forefront, now I won't say specifically about, but at the forefront, it was about condemning police brutality, which police brutality for Black people is a real thing. We already know that. But the problem is that it's going to start to trickle down to every other race of people, even white people, if you don't get a handle on it. Like, they're going to start with one group of people already. But I think too, with regard to the Asian, community, I think some people that may be a little reluctant to supporting this particular movement is because, unfortunately, the history between Asians and African Americans is not a very good relationship. Simply because this is what I personally believe in my own personal life. I believe that Asians are basically the golden children of the white people, right? Like, you have come and
golden minority.
Yeah, they're the golden minority, right? Like you have white people, then right up under them is Asians. It's like, oh, you do the math and the engineering and all this wonderful stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, we as Black people, people of color, Hispanics, we know that unfortunately some white people, I'm not generalizing all white people, but some white people at their very core are just evil, and they're gonna turn on you at some point. And now that they've done it, it's like the Hispanics and all the other people of color were looking at Asians like, well, we told you they were gonna do that. Like, why are you surprised that it happened to you? Because you were the golden minority, you know? And I think you also too cannot erase or ignore the fact that even remember I think it was like a couple years ago, how all those different salons, were getting closed down, and people were protesting in front of them because they were literally like throwing acetone on African American women, beating them with stuff, locking them in their grocery stores, saying that they were stealing and blah 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 in their hair stores. So I feel like there's always been this friction between African Americans and Asians for some odd reason. And I think it's obviously not, I won't say that it's not our fault, obviously, because we have the tension between us, but I think that there's a bigger issue of trying to divide the people of color versus the people of color all coming together for one common goal, which is to fight discrimination.
Because Asians have monopoly on synthetic hair.
That's very true. That's very true. I
stand by that.
Yes, they do. And they don't invite nobody in.
Nope.
Because I'm sorry, you can't tell me that African-American women are the biggest consumers of synthetic hair and just false hair, human hair, whatever, and that they are very limited black suppliers. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
They got direct connects over there.
Exactly.
Across the pond.
Well, even a lot of those temples, where the women, they sacrifice their hair and they shave it, and and of course they think they're giving their hair to God and they're giving it to Shaniqua. Just saying.
Kind of like when we think we're giving our hair to Locks of Love. That's just not going to anything.
Or they charge $200 for the wig if you do give it. So yeah, that's part of the problem. And
I am wondering when people will realize that shitty people are shitty separate from their race.
Yeah.
Like, you can be any color and be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
I think sometimes when it happens, when the shitty people come in the same shade of color, I think that's the horrible part. And, we hate to generalize anything. Like, you can't say all black people are ghetto, all Mexican people love avocados. You can't say all Asian people like wonton soup. Like, you can't say shit like that because I'm a black person who does not eat fried chicken. I don't. First of all, I'm vegetarian.
I stand with you there. I like chicken strips.
I mean, I don't even eat chicken. I eat chicken. I eat chicken. CHIK''N. So
still trying to figure out why you're a vegetarian.
I don't really like meat like that. I mean, I miss bacon, but that's about it. Yeah. But I just think it's horrible. And again, we do stand by our Asian brothers and sisters that it is not this is not right. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm like, and my thing is too, I guess I look at it as, okay, so I'm a person who wants to hate Asian people, and I go and I attack Asian people because of coronavirus. Bitch, the coronavirus is already here. So me attacking you, what is that about?
An Asian living in America did not give you coronavirus.
Exactly.
It came from Wuhan, China.
Thank you.
And even if that did happen, there's a very small probability that they were in Wuhan, China, came over here and directly affected your ass.
Well, even Ebola. When there was a breakout in Ebola in Africa, were you going around just beating the shit out of Africans saying, oh God, you brought Ebola over? Obviously, Ebola was not, they were able to get a handle on it very fast, and it didn't turn into a pandemic, thank God. But at the same time, it's just like, so you're gonna discriminate and be violent toward any group of people that bring something to you that you don't like?
There's no sense in trying to make sense of it. You you can't ask the crazy man. Hey, my mom always says, you can't ask the crazy man, hey, Mr. Crazy Man, why are you doing these crazy things?
Yeah.
But it's like the greater conversation, like society and the police and the media who are just, oh, he had a bad day.
Yeah.
And it perpetuates all these things. So everyone do better, please. I'm so tired of this. I feel like it's been an emotionally exhausting 2 years. Like, Black Lives Matter was exhausting.
Ma'am, it's only been a year. It's only been a year.
Has it only been a year?
It's only been a year.
Feels like lifetime.
We just said we celebrated the year anniversary of when COVID started.
You're right.
But it feels like it's been 2 years, doesn't it?
2 years.
It's crazy.
Black Lives Matter was exhaustingly necessary.
Absolutely.
Right, but I just feel like, can we catch a fucking break? Can we just have, like, I don't know. I'm not saying the world needs to be perfect, but can we chill on the racism and hate crimes?
Seriously, because it's ridiculous. I mean, again, you going and being violent towards this group of people, what is your end goal? Because I get it. Slavery, there was an end goal, okay?
That one I understand. I'm not standing by slavery. I think it was fucked up, but economically, it made a lot of sense.
It made a lot of sense. It made sense to get the Japanese here to build the railroads.
Internment camps, also not standing by them, but like I can connect those dots where it was going.
At least it made some sort of sense of, we can get these people for cheap labor and we don't have to do anything and blah, blah, blah. But these hate crimes in 2021, what is your end goal for being violent against Asian people?
You're fucked. Like, you'll never get a job unless it's by some racist ass white people.
Well, weren't you telling me about a video or something that you saw about a dentist or something like that?
Yes. I'll get you his name.
Yes, please do.
Because I'm here to spread knowledge.
That's right.
So there's a dentist in Garland, Texas. Of course it's in Garland. Texas. Of course it's Texas.
Wait, where's Garland, Texas?
Garland's up by, I'll pull you up a map. I don't even have to pretend.
Is it near like Dallas? Is it North Texas?
Yeah, you know how someone will be, you know, someone's like, I'm from Dallas, and they're not from Dallas.
Yeah.
Garland's
Florida man. He's not from Florida.
It's like Fort Worth, Dallas area.
Okay.
This man's is a dentist. Dr. Kenny, I think is his name.
Give his whole name. Give his practice name so we know not to go there.
I'm going to give his government name for you.
Shut his whole business down. And we'll tell you why.
His name is Dr. Kenny Wilstead. His daughter's name is Paige Wilstead. And this Instagram group called Therapeutic Emotions posted a video that he had taken where his daughter talks very disrespectful of Mexicans, Indians, and she says the N-word multiple times and acknowledges the fact that she doesn't want the video posted because people will come for her. So yeah, I'll play it for you. This cute little diddly.
History was my worst subject, if you guys didn't know.
There's no thinking the history.
Who else besides the Indians do you think, if it wasn't the Indians, that we were fighting?
Mexicans. Okay. Them dang illegals. Don't post that. I'll get hate. I also said nigga in the last thing we posted.
That's part of the song, though.
I don't care if people are gonna think I'm racist.
Not because it's part of a song.
I say nigga all the time.
Me too.
But I
in
got
front of
street
niggas.
cred.
I don't be saying in front of black people. And I'm sure you got a lot of black followers. Love you.
Yeah, so this man's Instagram page is swimming with multicolored patients that he has. He does a bunch of veneers and stuff, some Gucci Mane knockoff diamonds in the teeth. But yeah, now the internet's coming for him and her, as she should. So first of all,
I think we should report him to the National Society of Dentistry or something, the medical board. You'd have your license taken away.
Yeah, first of all, right? But like his daughter is literally like, I said the N-word the other day, and he was like, why? They shouldn't get mad at you. You were just singing it. It was in the song. Wrong. Do better.
Totally wrong.
And she already knew what she's saying was fucked up. Also, why is he recording? Also, why is he posting?
This is what I'm saying. This is
also
willful
the damn
ignorance.
illegals. Grow up, dude.
This is willful ignorance. You are choosing to be stupid, and you are choosing to have your life ruined. This to me is not cancel culture. This is necessary culture, okay? Because you as a professional clinician who are directly responsible for the health and care of a multitude of people, and for your thoughts to be this, how many people have you fucked up in dentistry because of the color of their skin? Yep. And the fact that you would make your daughter a sacrificial lamb, and you would literally you've taught that to her by even saying and enabling, well, I mean, you just said it in the song, it's fine. And then the one little ignorant bitch in the background, oh, I say nigga all the time. Mm-hmm. And she's like, not in front of niggas. First of all, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of funny.
She's like, obviously.
Not in front of niggas, though. I don't say nigga in front of niggas. Like, really, bitch? You want to be comical at this point?
Oh, so this Instagram page posted all of their private social media handles, and they work at I guess he owns Smile Again Dental in Garland, Texas.
And I hope they're shut down.
But I'm like, people should know. Like, I would want to know if my doctor is racist.
We just had a whole ass insurrection, January 6, 2021, in the year of our Lord. And these people recorded themselves doing it, and the F motherfucking BI just came after them. And this is what you do by recording yourself doing stuff?
Dude, why would you listen, I know it's very unrealistic, especially in Texas, to be like, everyone do better. Everyone stop being racist. Yeah. Racism is ingrained. If I dug up dirt outside your house right now, it probably has some fucking racist shit in it.
Absolutely.
Stop fucking posting shit.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But see, that's the sad part. It's like it's the racism is seeping out of their pores. They can't keep
even
it in.
help it. I'm just like, it's 2021. Everyone knows anything can go anywhere.
Yes, it can. It absolutely can. And because you are a clinician, you have people's lives in your hands. You can think whatever you want to think, but keep that shit. Some stuff is for the group chat.
Also, sir, you are You are a medical professional. You have a license.
You should know better.
And your teenage daughter is telling you, don't post this. Don't record this.
They're going to give me hate.
Yeah.
They're going to think I'm racist. No, bitch, you are. We don't think you're racist. She is saying
fucked up shit, but she was very right to tell you to stop fucking recording and not post it.
Yeah, but you were dumb enough to sacrifice. And that's how you know racists just don't give a shit about nothing. Because the fact that you would sacrifice your daughter like that, like, you're a piece of shit ass father. Yep. Like, that's so fucking disgusting. But yeah, I hope his practice gets shut down. I hope he gets reported to the dentistry board. I hope they take his license. I hope you lose your whole livelihood. I do. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Because you're full of shit.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's what's happening in Texas.
That is disgusting.
Also, what's happening in Texas, I was telling you, we were on 35, the highway that runs right through Texas.
Yeah.
And we kept seeing these blacked out double-decker buses, police escorts, like 3 of them in a row.
Yeah.
And they were just going up and down the highway. We kept seeing multiple times. And they're taking all the kids, supposedly, from the border up to Dallas to house them because no one knows what the fuck to do with them. We have like 5,000 kids that were collected at the border from their parents trying to come over. Because I said I think it's immigration or like, you know, people attempting to flee their country has risen
seeking asylum.
60%.
Wow.
Since January.
Interesting. I wonder what changed in January.
I would say maybe something big, like the head of the household.
Yeah, definitely.
For the country.
You know, Daddy Biden took over. They're like, we love Daddy Biden. We love Daddy Joe.
Another white guy in office. Perfect. This is our chance to come over. And then they said, hey, we ain't got the resources, the time, or the money to help you get over here.
I just personally want to petition, if any government official is listening to this podcast, I have the answer to the immigration issue.
Oh, perfect. I'll CC them all on this
Absolutely.
email.
Here's my dilemma, or here's my suggestion. When immigrants come over to this country seeking asylum and a better life, let's not separate the children from their parents, right? Yes, I understand their parents may be arrested, but they're not in handcuffs, right? How about we have little small holding areas, okay, for the parents, for the families and their children. You get a babysitter all in one. They're responsible still for their children. They make sure that their children are sleeping and blah, 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 blah. And this way, when they do when they go through the right channels to, you know, be able to get their visas or whatever and start that process of even, you know, staying in the country to be able to have full asylum here, how about you don't have to worry about the kids being separated and finding where their fucking parents are?
My guess would be logistically, that's a nightmare.
How was that a nightmare by keeping the kids with their parents?
Because there's not enough space. You would have to have individual holding somethings for these people, right? And sometimes there's families of
rope
7.
It off. They do it at the movie theater.
Of 2.
They did it at HEB. Rope it off.
I'm just thinking, like, right, you have these big, not even that they're cages, but like holding.
Cages.
I know, but they're holding cells.
Yeah.
And you want, like, for space's sake, women together, men together, kids together. If you had to do it, you could put multiple families, but then you're worried about fights breaking out or people get, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking logistically, they have to separate everyone. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. I would think they would want to keep them with their family. I don't know. Even at Chuck E. Cheese, they put that fucking stamp on your hand. You can't leave without your kid.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking stamp.
But
this is the Rodriguez family. You got a stamp for this.
Man, they're all from Mexico. They got a lot of fucking similar last names.
This is the Jackson family. That's very true, because I cannot tell you how many.
The Fall family.
Like Maria Garcia.
Oh, my list is
Hector
all
Rodriguez.
I have to double check every time on my list.
It's a name alert all the time. You ain't never seen a Hispanic with the last name Jackson ever. There's no Jackson. That's
married
black
in, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. But I get it logistically, and I get it of separating the men logistically, but the women and children always historically stay together. So to me, that makes it a little bit better, because you don't have to worry about this 6-month-old baby knowing who the fuck their goddamn mother is. You know what I mean? Versus Hector and Maria. They know they've been together for a minute. You know what I mean? Like, you know this Maria, you know this Hector. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's horrible.
Needs a complete overhaul. It needs a lot of funding and a lot of manpower. And I just don't think, since the country's in the middle of a fucking pandemic, there's a lot of resources going down there.
And I think
it went for it like I think there's 9,000 people total, but 5,000 of them are kids.
That's horrible.
And so you're only supposed to hold them for 72 hours, but some of them have been down there for like 5
But my question
days.
is, so you hold them for 72 hours, and then where did they go after that?
Could not tell you.
Yeah. Maybe to a different area to, like, hey, maybe you have a host family, or maybe there's some lodging or something like that. Maybe they have 72
hours to figure out what the fuck they're going to do with them.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, the amount of buses I saw, I was like, there's a shit ton of kids. I didn't realize how much it was. That's my mom.
Are you sure those weren't the NCAA players, basketball players? Because they are here in San Antonio.
They are here in San Antonio, but it wasn't, because they were going up 35 to Austin. The thing was, I saw them going up to Austin because that's where I was headed. But then there was the same, like, it was 3 buses in a row with the police escort heading up, and there was 30 minutes later you see another one heading up, but then you'd also see them coming back down.
Maybe they were going to the San Marcos outlets.
Well, the buses all had Dallas Fort Worth on them, like it was a Dallas Fort Worth company. This is all conjecture. This is what I think was happening, because I think they were planning to take them to the stadium in Dallas. But Either way, that's just insane. And these kids are all primed for child trafficking, right? Because
they are. That's sad.
You take one of these buses, you have all these kids, don't know their parents, don't know the country, don't know anything about
probably
them.
Don't even speak the language. They probably don't speak English either.
Seriously, it's a very dangerous situation.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to be in charge.
That's horrible.
Of it.
I just say, just don't separate the kids from their parents. Just don't separate the kids from their parents. Just don't. Even if you just keep them with the mom, and those who are the single dads who came over here, put them in a separate area where it's just the single dads and their kids. You know, like just
brand them all, and you can find your brand once you meet up with your family again.
Oh my gosh, you get a pink bracelet if your last name is A.
Like you're at a club.
Yeah, you get a green bracelet if your last name begins with B.
There's got to be some. Can we microchip people?
No,
I'm just kidding.
That's the mark of the beast.
I'm kidding.
That's the mark of the beast. All right, let's just take a quick break and we'll be right back. This episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler is sponsored by myapothecary.com. My Apothecary is the premier online destination for hemp-derived CBD that will help you curate a wealthy lifestyle.
CBD is one of many restorative compounds found in the cannabis plant. Its benefits include decreased pain, improved mood, decreased anxiety, and much more. Some of y'all know that I have crazy ADHD, so I'm heavily medicated at all times, and I've been taking CBD oil at night to kind of calm me down, get me ready for bed. 10/10 would recommend.
Worried about regulations? The passing of the 2018 Farm Bill made hemp-derived CBD legal to sell and consume. So yes, CBD is 100% legal and perfect for every person of legal age. My Apothecary's featured line, Broad Bloom, offers broad-spectrum CBD oil drops, sports cream, and soft gels. These products have no THC, so you can stay fly without the high or zen without the spin. Shop now at www.myapothecary.com and sign up for their newsletter to get exclusive offers, product releases, and CBD news.
Remember to always check with your healthcare provider before consuming any supplement. You must be 21 to purchase and consume, and shipping is only available in the US of A.
Don't forget to shop at www.myapothecary.com. Well, piggybacking off of the NCAA, they are actually here in San Antonio for March Madness, which I think is amazing. But what I think is absolutely horrible about the NCAA is that in the news or on TikTok, the freaking TikTok, I'm telling you, it's bringing everything down.
Where I get all my information from.
Absolutely. So this young lady from from Oregon State University.
OSU is the Cowboys. Oregon's the Ducks. Oh, that's Oregon.
Yeah, like that green, yeah.
That highlighter ass green. Yes. They decided to change everything too. Yeah.
Yes. So they're at this particular area in San Antonio. And the NCAA, of course, has pulled out all the stops for March Madness, as they normally do. And
dude, there's like 60 women's teams here. Isn't that insane?
It's amazing. And what they did was this young lady showed the difference between the men's gym and the women's gym. And so, of course, you walk into the men's area and they have this state-of-the-art equipment, blah, blah, blah. You go into the women's area, they literally have one rack of dumbbells. So then when she releases it, it gets so much traction on TikTok. And so the NCAA released a statement and was like, hey, bitch, it wasn't because we don't like women. It's because there was no space. So she counteracted and said, oh, bitch, you're talking about space? Let's do another video. Here's all this space. Look at all those chickens. Look at all those chickens. And then they came back and was like, well, we're working on it and we're doing this and doing that. And even she was talking about the disparities between even like the welcome bags that they got. Like the men had all this stuff, shoes, shirts, keychains, everything. And they got this little bullshit ass bag with a couple tampons and shit in there.
That's done been a fucking issue.
And the food.
Women's basketball has always been it's not more competitive, but like those are good fucking games.
They are. They're better than the men's games.
They work their fucking asses off. They're always like the caliber of women is so crazy. These are like crazy athletes.
Absolutely.
But it just will never pay the same as fucking men's
sports.
It won't. It will never do the same as men's sports.
Yeah. And this is why I respected Kobe Bryant so much, because a lot of times you would see Kobe Bryant at a lot of the college the WNBA games. And I think that it's going to take, things like that, acts like that for the men to get people more involved. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm an avid March Madness watcher. Mm-hmm. I don't watch the regular season because I don't care about it, but I do like one of my favorite teams is I love UConn. I know they beat everybody all the time. Yeah. But I also love South Carolina only because Dawn Staley is there and she's the coach. And she won her championship. I think it was year before last, right before COVID happened, which was great. Anyway, but I like watching the women March Madness because I feel like they have the most upsets.
Yeah.
They have way more upsets than the men do. I really do. And the thing is, the men, all they doing is dunking. Like, that's all they do is dunk. We done seen dunking for 100 years. We get it.
Yeah.
But like you said, the caliber of athleticism of these women is such on a high level. It's like, and I think too, maybe I may be biased because my sister played high school basketball and she played basketball in college. And even in high school, my mom and I, we went to every single game, both home and away. Those were some good ass games.
Even when the Spurs brought on Becky Hammond to coach, I was like, oh my God, finally.
Love her.
And I was very interested. We don't have a regular team. We have like the down home, chill, no one's allowed to be a fucking cool guy in San Antonio, Texas, because what the fuck's going on here team. So I was like, if any team to put a female assistant coach, I think it would be this one. But I was interested to see how it would work out. And it looks like it's been working out pretty fucking well.
Yeah, definitely.
That is fucked up though.
Yeah, I was just like, please, y'all do better. Come on, man. That's just disrespectful.
We all watched Love and Basketball.
Thank you. And she was a better player than Quincy anyway.
We all know Quincy wasn't shit.
He wasn't. That's why he
always lost.
Thank you. Damn Taurus ACL. That's what you get, bitch. All right. So next on the docket. So the Vatican. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I've heard of it, yes.
I'm not Catholic, so I don't really understand a lot of this stuff.
I grew up Catholic.
Vatican. You grew up Catholic?
Yeah, I went to Catholic school.
Is Jesus a saint?
Fuck off.
Only our loyal listeners would know if Jesus is a saint or not.
That should be the name of the podcast.
Is Jesus a saint? Oh, that'll get them. All right. So the Vatican actually announced that it will not bless same-sex unions. And per the Vatican, this was their quote, end quote, Pope Francis said, God does not and cannot bless sin. And that's their reasoning for not blessing same-sex marriages. What are your thoughts? First of all, I don't understand how you condemn gay marriage, but you praise molestation and pedophilia in the church.
Well, because they don't recognize that. They just keep shuffling priests around.
So feeling on little kids' booty holes is not a sin?
It's not a sin because we don't actively acknowledge or address it.
Wow, that's interesting.
Did you ever watch this?
Probably not.
What was that show called with the nuns? Fuck.
Sister Act?
I hate you. Never mind. I hate you so much. Yeah, did you ever watch Sister Act?
2 4 2. Of course I did.
Nothing you can say to take me away from my God.
My God.
My God. I hate you.
But you know what? You know what I think is even crazier is that, you know, when you start doing a lot of like studying and reading on different things, especially with a lot of these theologians, when they read earlier versions of the Bible, because, you know, of course, as the time goes on, they, you know, reinterpret the Bible for themselves and blah, 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 that in the earlier days of the Bible, that the Bible actually talked about that the verse in the Bible that says man shall not lay with other men, it actually said that men shall not lay with boys. And it was actually talking about pedophilia and not about same-sex marriage. But because, again, unfortunately, they wanted to keep that kind of separate and didn't, like you said, they didn't want to acknowledge it, that they turned it into something where, being homosexual is like the worst sin in the world. So you can kill 37 people and God will forgive you. But if you know, eating some coochie as a girl, you're going to hell. Like, what?
I think they're, with anything that's like super shameful and condemned in history, there's just a lot of like, no one wants to talk about it. Everyone has feelings around it, but they're never like, I don't know, evolved or investigated. There's no open forum on it, or there weren't for a lot of years. And now I feel like there was this big revolution, 60s, 70s, free love. Yeah. And it was like either you were this huge, like far out homosexual who was just kissing up and loving up on everybody, or you had the quote unquote quintessential American family. Yeah. And you were, you know, God following, God fearing, 2.5 kids, a dog, all of that stuff. That's just not, I don't know. I'm not educated enough on the Bible to speak on this. Yeah.
This is just things that I've read about the earlier versions of it. And I really because I grew up in a very strict Christian household where I grew up like Pentecostal apostolic. Like you couldn't wear pants, I didn't have my ears pierced until I was in college. You couldn't wear red nail polish, all that kind of stuff, right? You couldn't wear, like I said, you couldn't wear pants. And homosexuality, especially in the Black church, I think is very different from a lot of different other religions. And I'll just only speak about the Black church that I was a part of. You could literally cheat on your wife and your husband and have a baby outside of marriage, both man and woman, and that was still forgivable versus being gay.
That's what I'm saying.
And I just don't understand why we vilify homosexuality like that.
It has to be more cultural than biblical. Like, there's no way that everyone has this idea around homosexuality that is so fucking just like, no, that's the absolute worst thing you could do, but we do all these other things, you know? Like, there has to be something culturally. My opinion is that so many people have homosexual thoughts, tendencies, ideas, fantasies, and they were always told that was wrong, and now it's become this very negative thing because you're supposed to be able to control that, whatever.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even if you look at the way porn is set up, and I don't look at porn...
Even if you watch extensive amounts of porn like Monica does, you can see.
But even if you look at porn... It's more marketed to have two women sexing up each other versus two men. Even in probably the male gay community, it's probably more sexy for two women to be together. Even like if you have threesomes, you have a threesome, it's gonna be like, oh no, it's gonna be two girls and a guy. Mm-hmm. As soon as you say two men, oh, shit, I ain't with that gay shit.
Well, you know, statistically,
what the fuck?
So many men have like transsexual fantasies because growing up, you only know your body, right? Like what your body looks like, but you have these sexual feelings, the hormones are going, so you fantasize a woman because you're sexually attracted to women, but you only know what your genitals look like. So they put those together, right? And you have these fantasies of someone who looks like a woman but has a penis, and then you're told like, that's not right. That's horrible. That's
but your G-spot is in your ass, males.
Make it make sense.
Your literal G-spot is in your ass.
In the booty hole.
It's in the booty hole.
Why would God put it there? And
thank you.
That's what I'm just saying. He wanted you to be miserable.
Listen, that's what I don't even understand. Like even in porn, again, I don't watch porn, but what I've heard
from porn. Talking a lot about it for someone who's watching.
I'm just saying what I've heard about porn.
What I've heard from the porns that I've read, I read them.
Even women who do anal, you don't have a prostate. Your G-spot is not in your ass. It's in your clitoris.
That's a conjecture. You don't have any factual proof.
Ma'am, it's scientific. Your G-spot is in your clit.
I just don't know about all that. I don't believe in science.
You don't?
I don't know. I think that there was some kind of basis for homosexuality being a sin, and that it just blew. Let's deep dive. I'm going to do some research. It had to have started somewhere. Like there had to have been something. It probably started in the church when all these priests were doing
that's
stuff.
What I'm saying. It came from the Bible.
I know, but I just like, what was the trigger when we were just like, we're going to latch on to homosexuality and make that the end all be all. You can do whatever you want. You can kill someone.
Because they wanted to keep pedophilia. They wanted to keep pedophilia. I mean, you have all these, people back in the day.
Because then you can make everybody scared. Because if you molest someone, then you're like, you can't say anything either. Because people are going to think you're a homosexual and they're going to send you away.
Even if you look at Jim Jones, right? Not the rapper Jim Jones, but like the cult leader Jim Jones, right? Not Mike. Oh God, I hate you. Even like the cult leader Jim Jones, right? And even in a lot of these like Mormon or polygamy kind of situations where they marry these girls at like 12 years old, that's pedophilia.
Yeah. 100%.
Like you dress it up and say, this is my wife, so it's legal now. They groom them and their parents groom them. And it's like, well, your grandmother got married at 9 and then your mama got married at 11. Yeah. That is fucking molestation. And just because you put a marriage certificate on it and start birthing babies at 9 years old, that is still molestation at the core. So they're like, well, no, these are our principles. This was what we believe in. God told us to do this. So you know what? We're going to ostracize you laying with another man, so we can keep our pedophilia over here. That is sick.
Yeah.
Like I just, as I've grown as an adult, I've just never understood why specifically the black church or the church in general. I don't care what religion you are. I think every religion like vilifies homosexuality. I've never understood why you vilify it so much, especially when there has been alleged research that proves that the earlier versions of the Bible were not talking about homosexuality. They were talking about pedophilia. So the Vatican, I think y'all are going to lose a lot of Catholics or just Catholics who are practicing their own way.
Yeah, it's hard too because here. So in San Antonio, where I grew up, maybe you knew that. Don't know if I've said it enough. Most of the the Catholicism here is spiritual, not necessarily religious, right? Because when the Spaniards came to Mexico and converted everyone to Catholicism, Is that right? Is that historically accurate?
You asking the wrong person, girl. I'm
pretty sure that's historically accurate.
I don't read.
Anyway, they were like, we're not going to follow your shit. We're not going to go to church and do all that shit. But they were very spiritual. Yeah. So here it's like, we light the candles, we say the prayers, we do all that stuff. There is a huge Catholic church following community, but most people are just like spiritually.
Everybody in the hospital
Catholic.
has a rosary on their bed.
Yeah, just things. Yeah, spiritually Catholic. So, but there are also a lot of like, people don't fuck with gayness in the Catholic Church. So it's
even in the black church
especially
too.
Like Hispanic Catholics, like being gay is not okay, and it's so shitty. And I just don't know. Can we just like love and respect everybody?
But then you have people that you know, unfortunately, these, you know, we were having this conversation with one of my coworkers, and we were talking about just, you know, how the rate of suicide among young people who are gay or who are transgender, and their parents are like, you're the disgrace of the family, and they turn to drugs and alcohol and all kind of different things, and it's like, just love your fucking kids, man. Because I was taught a certain way about homosexuality, that it was a sin. As an adult, I personally don't believe that. I really don't believe that homosexuality is a sin. You cannot tell me that somebody who just murdered 8 people, 6 specific Asian women, can have a better chance at getting into heaven for forgiveness versus, you know, Tyrone and Ray Ray, who love each other like that.
Sin
what the
sin.
fuck?
I thought everything was equal playing field,
right? But
except for you have a mortal sin and a
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, even Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you okay? I'm kidding. But
you have the big sins and the little sins,
which is insane to me. I don't even understand why
a big sin or a little sin.
But
I thought murder was the big sin.
But that's my thing. Why is homosexuality considered a sin when there has been alleged evidence that the Bible was not talking about homosexuality? Yes, they talked about Sodom and Gomorrah, okay, having big ass orgies, because then you get diseases. That's understandable. I would condemn that as well. Let's not have orgies, okay? Orgies bring on MRSA and other diseases, okay?
Truly.
So,
but we're not kink shaming here on the face.
No, if you like orgies, do what you do, man.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or at
I
least
don't
I'm not. Someone over there to my right keeps seeming to kink shame, but
I'm not kink shaming. Mm-hmm. I just don't like pain.
I don't like pain or multiple people in the bedroom, but you do what you want.
Just don't punch me in the eye and punch me in the back of the head. I don't have time for all of that.
Hot.
Listen, I'm not getting no concussion fucking around with y'all.
It's not real if you don't fucking punch me, emotionally or physically.
I can't with you. So, also in the news this week, also, you know, we came off last week's episode talking about the whole Prince Harry and Meghan Markle situation. Oh. What the fuck? No, Prince Harry. Oh. What's his last name? Do they have last names?
Sussex.
That's not a last name. That's where he's from, right? Harry Sussex? No.
He was the Dutch of Sussex here.
What? They don't have last names?
Yes, he does, but he has like a million names. He was the Duke. Did I say Duke or Duchess of
You
Sussex?
said the Duchess of Sussex. He's not a girl.
He kind of was. He's Prince Harry of Wales. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah, what's his last name?
Henry Charles Albert David.
David.
But what's his last name?
Oh, that's not his last name?
I watched The Crown. You'd think I'd know.
Yeah, I don't watch The Crown. I haven't seen an episode of The Crown.
Well, Diana was Spencer, right? But that wasn't Charles's last name.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments what Prince Harry's last name is. Anyway, so with all the drama, what are you gonna say?
What the fuck are their last names?
I don't think they have last names. You're just Prince Harry. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, moving on. So, piggybacking off of the situations that happened last week with regard to Sharon Osbourne and her kind of, you know, having this argument on air with Cheryl Underwood and her racial undertones and overtones, just blatant racism in front of people anyway, of defending another racist, her friend Piers Morgan. She actually sat down and did an interview with Kevin Frazier, who was a black man, but did an interview to basically kind of salvage her canceledness. And so Kevin Frazier, unfortunately, tried to call on other African-American prominent leaders and minds. And basically he said at some point first of all, he had a cheesy photo of him interviewing Sharon Osbourne. And he said, at some point we all have to reach a point where we can sit together and have tough conversations about race. I don't know what happens next for Sharon Osbourne, but I do know it is time for a meaningful conversation, a learning moment. She is ready. Let's not waste this opportunity to move the narrative forward. So he basically tagged Amanda Seales, Cheryl Underwood, and Holly Robinson Peete. So of course, Miss Amanda Seales, who is A goddess.
I need Insecure back. I need Insecure back.
Amanda Seales, if you're listening to this podcast, we would absolutely love to have you on our podcast. We stand for you. We stand for everything Smart, Funny, and Black. That's her company. That's her show that she takes on the road, tour, blah, blah, blah. We love it, girl. She just launched a new clothing line, The Illustrious League. So anyway, I'm going to play this little clip that she did because she went in on Kevin Frazier.
So it was just brought to my attention that Kevin Frazier interviewed this cretin, Sharon Osbourne, and gave her a softball interview, just not asking her any real hard questions about the allegations that are taking place, and decided in his caption when he posted on Instagram to tag myself, Holly Robinson Pete, and Cheryl Underwood in an effort to have a kumbaya teaching moment for this trash-ass woman who doesn't even feel like she needs to abide by the basic laws of civility, let alone in a professional setting. And I'm wondering, why do so many brothers, particularly in this entertainment business, feel the need to lay their coat down across troubled waters to help these white folks who don't give a fuck about us?
So what are your thoughts about that?
First of all, I stand Amanda Seales all the time, except for when she goes fucking haywire those couple times when she's just like off on a ledge by herself and I have to let her go.
Yes.
Because, I don't understand. I don't see her world. I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of, I guess we can call it.
Sorry.
Whoa. I guess we can call it damage control. Like they bring in these well-liked by white people.
Yeah.
Clean black men to like lead this conversation that's very white leaning and very forgiving and like, let's just come together and make this a learning opportunity when we should just hold people accountable and be like, what you fucking said was racist and you can learn on your own and do your own research, but it's obviously you don't want to, so I'm not going to handhold and do that for you.
I heard somebody say this on social media. I think it was Amanda Seales. She was like, white people invented racism. Why the fuck is it my job to help educate you on how to fix the shit that you created?
Truly.
Like, why do you, let's sit down and have a tough conversation.
No.
So
you can attack me?
How many people do you have to see being made examples of to know that what you're doing is racist at the core? Again, you invented racism. Why is it my job to help you understand
anything
that?
else you are truly interested in, you do your own research.
Google, bitch. How to not be a racist. I'm quite sure they would. You know what? Google how not to be a racist and see what Google says.
Hey, Siri.
I want you to do it right now.
Oh, you want me to?
No, Siri, bitch. She gonna say some stupid shit. No.
You're gonna be like,
she's gonna be like, "What's up, my nigga?"
Really?
Siri be on that bullshit.
All right.
Google how not to be a racist.
Harry doesn't have a last name, and
He doesn't have a last
when
name?
he went into the military, they just gave him the last name Wales.
Wow.
But the royal people have like the last name is Duke of whatever, Duchess of whatever, Prince of whatever the fuck.
That's kind of sad. That's lonely. You don't have a last name.
No, he just has an entire kingdom.
That's like people who doesn't. Well, he ain't got shit now.
That's true.
He got Tyler Perry.
He lost it all for a black woman. I stand. Where's my ginger white prince?
Lord, where's my husband?
I'd be out though. If he's like, I'm gonna give it all up for you. It was like, I only wanted you because he had it.
I'd have been like, first of all, wait a minute, you about to give up money? We just gonna live in two different places. No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna move over here and we gonna still love each other.
Keep me as a woman of the night.
Hello, thank you.
Like all your uncles before you.
Give me all the munties.
How to not be racist.
What I want to know what Google says.
How to stop the racist in you. 10 ways to be anti-racist.
Boom.
To fight systemic... Whoa, I had a stroke.
Yeah, you did.
To fight systemic racism, you've got to be anti-racist. A life kit from NPR. Being
See what I'm saying?
anti-racist. National Museum of African American History and Culture. 7 strategies to help you on your anti-racism journey.
Look at how wonderful Google is.
There's book links from Amazon. There's literally short lists. 5 disturbing signs that you might not be anti-racist after all. Short list after think piece after easy read article of ways for you not to be a fucking ignorant piece of shit in the year of our Lord 2021.
And all you had to do was Google how to not be a racist. That was it. Why do we have to sit down and have a tough conversation and you say,
I'll answer specific questions.
how can I be racist? Easy. It's in your DNA.
If you say something and a group of people says, hey, that was offensive, I would just take it as offensive. Like shit.
Very true.
You know?
Yeah, very true.
Maybe it's not offensive to me because I don't know. I don't belong to that group of people.
Exactly. Like even certain slurs that well, I won't call them slurs, but certain things that even our coworkers as Mexican Americans say, I would not dare say that in a group of people, not even to them who say
because it's not for you to say.
It's right, because even when they say stuff like, "Oh, girl, I can go see 20 patients. Girl, I'm Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like because they're just saying that they're hard workers. I totally get that. But in a certain group of setting of people, I would not say
like, you should go see 20 patients,
bitch, because you're Mexican. Like that's so offensive to say some shit like that. That's so incredibly.
We need
offensive.
everyone to read the room. I don't know if like being culturally sensitive or knowing how social media works or like influx of information is specific to our generation, but like I'm done with that.
These kids ain't playing these days. These kids expose everybody.
Remember dude, there was a period of time where kids it must have been during quarantine, but kids would be like on TikTok or on Twitter or whatever. They'd be like, hey, this is a girl who goes to my school. These are videos of her being extremely racist. Here are all her social media handles. Cancel
Here's her
job. Yeah. And I was like, yes.
Here's the university they go to. I'm quite sure they wouldn't mind.
Or like, here's this kid who just got a scholarship to a wrestling team in college. He did this, this, and this. He's also in the video. And people just literally teenagers were just going after them.
They turning their parents in.
Yep.
Oh, that's my mom at the insurrection.
Claudia Conway.
Listen,
I stand.
She is a revolutionary. Okay. She's a privileged ass white girl that was like, enough is a goddamn
She's like,
enough,
not only
Mom.
do I hate you, Mom, but I can also ruin your life, you bitch.
And she still, that's how you know she was in a white household, because had a black child done that to a black parent and
Never
exposed them,
again.
bitch, you kicked out of the family, out of the will. I'm changing everything. And the fact that this girl is sitting in her mama house like, yeah, my mom's a racist piece of shit.
Cable
like,
TV, hot meal.
The privilege to be able to call your mama out and still lay your head down easy at night, resting in heavenly peace.
And she knows that.
She does. She's like, this bitch ain't gonna do nothing. I will air this whole shit out.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful that with the new kids coming up, there will be, I don't know, maybe it'll be like some new thing. Like, it won't be racism anymore. It'll be like, you don't know how to fucking work TikTok, or you know,
keep hope alive.
You don't know what the cool words are anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they're like,
groovy.
It's the duh for me.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, let's get off this somber note. Let's go to social media stuff. What's been going on in social media?
Everybody's breaking up.
Oh Lord, like who?
Saweetie and Quavo, who, let's be honest, no one thought they were gonna last, but she blew his shit up.
Wait, question. Pause. Is her name Sweetie or Saweetie?
It's whatever you want it to be.
Okay, I'm gonna say Sweetie.
Okay, it is Sweetie, but I am dyslexic, so I have to say Saweetie. Yeah, because that's how it's spelled.
So her and who broke up? Quavo.
Yeah, maybe you know him. He's in a little group called the Migos.
Oh yeah, they're just a little couple of guys that, you know, sing a little music.
Yeah, Bad and Bougie.
Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie.
But she came on to Quitter. Fuck.
You are definitely having a stroke right now.
It is basically Quitter. She on Twitter said, I'm single. I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. First of all, good words.
Yes.
Wow.
PR.
Mm-hmm. Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women.
Ooh.
How old is she?
So Weedy has to be, I'm going to say 25.
I emotionally checked out a long time ago and have walked away with a deep sense of peace and freedom, excited for this new chapter of elevation. Truly just like my relationship's over. I don't want y'all to think that I did some fucked up shit. Peace and love. I'm out. I'm mature.
You're with a rapper.
What do you think he came back with? You don't even have to think about it.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this one time. It's not going to be just this one time.
No, it's not.
I don't normally put my business out there. Yes, you do.
Yes, you
especially my personal life.
Yes,
especially that one. Right. I feel the need to address this so there are no false narratives.
He done stole that from her because she said false narratives. Fucking copy and paste her.
He said, I had love for you and disappointed that you did all that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the best. She said, take care.
Oh, listen, when a woman says take care,
she quote tweeted his shit. Take care.
When a woman's fed up, there is nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's R. Kelly, but whatever. It was relevant for the moment.
Yeah.
She said, take care. Take care, love.
Take care.
Yeah.
I'm good. What did Trey Songz say? I'm good, love.
I'm good, love.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well,
I think there were cheating rumors that he cheated on her.
He's from the Migos.
Yeah.
Offset does the same thing to Cardi all the time.
Truly. Did you know they had been dating since 2018?
No, why would I care?
I don't know, but that just seems like a long rap relationship.
Yeah, he probably has been cheating on her the entire time.
Probably. She's such a cutie.
You can't be, but the thing is, I think, here's the thing. You cannot be in this industry as a man being attracted by what you see, right? We know that. And moving and shaking, and you've had this whole bachelor life. You know, you grew up in the hood, you were selling drugs, allegedly, whatever you was doing, right? You now have become this superstar rapper making millions upon millions of dollars. You've never had this before. And yes, you get a good thing, but you're not even focused on that because all you see are the Victoria's Secret panties that are being thrown at you all the time.
If you know that, just don't get in a relationship.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
hit the Trey Songz.
No, don't hit Trey Songz because he's over there spitting in people's face and he's doing a lot of stuff. Dude, did you see that
video of him spitting in those girls' mouths?
That's fucking disgusting.
Dude,
bitch, we in a pandemic.
Much. Also, I don't want that video circulating. Do you want your mom opening a video of you?
That's disgusting.
I'm not trying to shame because that is a kink.
Yes, you're kink shaming people.
I'm not kink shaming. I'm saying me personally, I don't want my mom seeing a video of that because I just don't need her in my personal life.
I would never let you drink on a glass in my house ever again in your life. But if I saw you on a video, that's disgusting. You don't know what that man got. He's gets around.
Most likely.
Right. Herpes. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5.
The simplex. The whole
allegedly.
thing.
But I'm just saying, if I saw you on a video getting spit in the mouth from Trey Songz, you would never be alive. Straws, bitch. Your life, straws. Straws. In my house forever. And you can't even drink on a plastic cup. No.
I don't blame you.
No. That's disgusting.
So, good luck to the both of them. More Sweetie than Quavo.
So who else broke up?
Gary, what's his name?
Owen?
The white guy from all the Black people movies.
Yes,
Gary
he's married
Owen,
to a black woman.
Who was married to that black lady. They're no more.
That sucks. They were married for a minute because they got like 3 grown kids.
Yeah.
I think their youngest is like in college, which is still grown, but.
She filed for divorce. They've been married since 2003. Do that math real quick. Was it 17 years? 2021, 2019, 18.
You're going to let our audience hear that we're trying to figure out math?
It's 18 years.
18 years. It's cheaper to keep them at this point.
Dude.
But not for the sake of peace of mind, though. That's horrible. I wonder why. Is he allegedly cheating?
I believe that he is. And if you give me 16 seconds.
See, fame, I'm telling y'all, everybody want fame. But nobody want the consequences that come along with fame. Ruining families. Look at J-Lo. No, J-Lo just crazy. Because it's her. She done been through too many relationships.
See, we do keep saying that.
Yeah, she crazy. And Common. Her and Common are in the same boat. Yep. And Diddy. They crazy. All of
them. TMZ says it's unclear what led to the split, but he has a penis, so I'm going to say he was cheating.
Allegedly.
Yeah, don't come for me, please, Gary Owen.
Yeah. I also heard this week that, what's his name? This guy named Derek Jackson. He's like a known social media, self-proclaimed relationship guru or whatever.
Derek Jackson.
And
That's a name.
Yeah, first of all, he's fine. Let's be clear. He's Jesus. If I saw him, anyway, I would never cheat on him. I was gonna say I would never cheat on Collington. So it's definitely Derek. You are ugly. Because Collington's in my life. Only if Collington is a single man, a single straight man. Anyway, so
a lot of factors there.
Exactly that I need to get Queen on the case. Anyway, so yeah, he apparently
this guy.
No, God no. Look up his Jackson is Jaxn. I actually bought 2 of his books.
Oh my God, Jaxn. You bought 2 of his books, and he's a relationship person, and now his relationship's going to shit.
But no, he writes like really good not poetry, but like haikus kind of sort of. And I think it's really good.
He's got like
yes.
What is his vibe? If you had to put an actor name to this vibe,
I sound like a demon when I just did that. Yeah. My boy, heard the Barry White in my voice.
I would say he looks kind of like what's Randall Jackson's name?
Randall Jackson? Who's Randall Jackson?
I mean Randall from
You talking about the guy with
Sterling Knight. Is that what the fuck is his name? Sterling. What is Randall from? You're killing me. Why are you doing this? You see me struggling. You see me struggling. You're not helping. Sterling Brown, like a Sterling K. Brown.
Ew, no. Sterling is a nerd compared to Derek Jackson. Hell no.
Yeah, like this.
Hell no.
This is a buff.
You put them 2 together. Baby, who the fuck is this bitch with glasses? Get out of here. No, Derek Jackson is fine as hell. And he buff. Ooh, child.
He's like Michael B. Jordan in when he was Killmonger. That's what this.
No, he's way bigger than that. But anyway, he allegedly cheated on his wife. They've been married for like 2 years. I think they have a kid. And people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he cheated on his wife." And he always talking about all this self-help stuff and relationship stuff. Here's the thing. I hate you. She just showed me this crazy picture. But here's the thing that I think that people have an issue with, or people that understand. Those who can do, and those who can't, they teach. How many obese cardiologists do you know?
A whole handful.
Exactly. I am an obese person who is a physical therapist that tries to convince my patients to get up and exercise every day. Ask me when the last time I went to the gym.
When was the last time you went to the gym?
Pre-pandemic? No, I actually went in probably September, October.
Ma'am, it is a full March.
Well, the thing is, from December now, remember I herniated my disc, so I couldn't go.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm still in like, I was about to say remission. I'm still in recovery. Yes, so I can't go to the gym right now. I actually just got a prescription refill on my good drugs. But anyway,
he is a relationship guy who had a shit relationship.
I don't know, allegedly, because of course he hasn't said anything, and some of the blogs hasn't picked it up yet, but apparently allegedly his side chick released a lot of the information saying that they had sex in their bed, and him and his wife's bed.
See,
she had
here's
pictures,
what you're not gonna do to me.
Videos, recordings, and all that stuff, and saying that she's been a side chick for the past couple of years, and that he's
a ride or die side chick.
Just don't do it at all.
Yeah, that's like my first.
Be single.
I would love for you to not cheat on me at all, but if you're gonna cheat on me, make sure it's not with some girl who's gonna blow up our spot. Are you kidding?
True, but I think even if he did cheat, God forbid he cheat on his wife or allegedly cheat on his wife, I don't think that invalidates anything that he has said, because a lot of the stuff that he says is true with regard to his perspectives about
what did
men.
We say in a couple episodes? You can be a shit person and do good things. You can be a shit person and still have, valid opinions or
absolutely
advice.
Yes,
it just is a lot harder to trust when you're a shit person.
Very true.
Or directly contradicting what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely. Because again, my patients, I'm like, exercise is good, and I'm over here huffing and puffing with my fat ass stomach.
Truly.
They looking at me like, bitch, take your own advice.
In through your nose, out through your mouth. Fuck that.
And you over here got to get breathing treatments. About to be on ECMO, on VV ECMO.
Hey.
God forbid. All right. Anything else in social media?
No, there was a lot of Grammys backlash.
Why?
Everyone's just upset with the Grammys. Everyone thinks like the show itself. Did you watch the Grammys?
I watched the performances.
Okay, so that's all it was. So,
yeah.
So for everyone at home who didn't watch the Grammys, they did it different this year. It was just like bare bones. The person who produces Carpool Karaoke produced it, and Carpool Karaoke. The editing is beautiful.
What's his name? James Corden. Yes, I love that.
Yeah, so the editing on this Grammys was really good. It was just like 5 stages all set up, and everyone who was performing in like a certain segment kind of, so you didn't have a lot of time switching out the stages and shit like that. It was kind of like just stripped performances-ish, like not acoustic and shit, but there wasn't like a whole lot going on, which was nice. So everyone really got to sing and showcase their stuff. And it felt like the Grammys did a better job of being like, look at all these black people who sing songs that all of you kids like.
Well, yeah, because they had backlash a few years ago about the underrepresentation of black artists and black music, since, music is so heavily with black people, and you done stole everything.
Yeah, they fucking pushed the culture.
Exactly.
So they did better on that front, but then when you looked at all the awards that were handed out, they were still given to like not bullshit, just unexpected white people.
Yeah.
Who you were like, so you brought all these black people to the table, but you're still
doing that same bullshit.
Snubbing them. So...
Because even I think we even when they announced the Grammys, the Grammy nominations, there was a lot of issues. Because even remember Tiana Taylor was like, "I'm fucking quitting, fuck y'all."
Yeah.
And then the
I remember we talked about that.
Yeah, the Weeknd was like,
over it.
"Fuck you, Grammys, goddamn it!" And then even Kanye West was like, "Fuck y'all." But then I think he won another one, and he pissed in one of them. And because then I know Megan Thee Stallion, I think she won 3, right?
Yeah, she won a couple. She won for Best New Artist, which was her big one.
But is she considered a new artist?
She still is, because of the way the year is cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, damn, she done been up, I feel like, for a minute.
She has. I think I don't know.
Maybe because she just been taking over steadily. It feels like it's been a long time. But
it's because she fucking took over Hot Girl Summer, and that feels like so long ago. But
Cardi B, I saw her performance with Cardi B, and it was amazing. Yes, and I think the outfit that she had on, Cardi B's outfit, I think she said wore like, it was like 20 pounds worth of stuff that was on her or something like that. I was like, how the hell can you move in that?
Yeah, but even Beyonce won her 28th Grammy, right? When because for Savage Remix, she's now the most winningest Grammy woman.
That's awesome.
And they still were just like, oh, stop right there, congratulate. Like, it's a big fucking deal. They didn't do shit for her. She hasn't really won a Grammy for her own shit. Let me see. I can fact check myself.
But you know what I think about the whole controversy with Beyonce is that I think Beyonce as a solo artist.
2017 is the last time she
really.
Well, she won in 2020 for Homecoming for a music film, but from 2017 Formation music video.
Wow.
So it's been a hot minute, and it's fucking Beyonce. Every year she puts out something.
But you know, I think for Beyonce is I think this is the dilemma with the Grammys. This is just me alleging as an outsider looking in. I feel like Beyonce was this picture perfect solo artist who did everything right in her career, right? She was like the golden child of all of these award shows. And the minute Beyonce started to be more conscious, socially conscious in her music, and she started embracing her blackness and wanting other people to appreciate the blackness and sharing that with the world, because it started with her Super Bowl Super Bowl performance when she did, and they were she giving an ode to the Black Panthers, and that's a terrorist group and blah blah blah. As soon as she did that, the Grammys was like, nah bitch, we got to cut you off. And it was like, because even that year,
on funding,
right, and even that year that she should have won, what was it, record of the year or something like that, and Adele won, and Adele was like,
hey
nah
girl,
bitch, this ain't even me. Like, no, you should have won this award. Like it was apparent in the room when Adele won. But I think also too, in our world, we love Beyonce as our group of people, right? But some of these other artists, because didn't Billie Eilish, I think, won?
Yeah, so Billie Eilish won record of the year for Everything I Wanted, which isn't even, when you think of Billie Eilish, you don't even think of that song.
I didn't even know who she was till last year.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly.
Well, it's pretty accurate. But she has a lot of other songs that I would think would be like record of the year. It just wasn't this one. This one kind of falls flat. But then she's up against Megan Thee Stallion for Savage, and that shit was fucking everywhere.
Yes, it was.
You still cannot go anywhere without hearing that song.
No, it's everywhere.
Even Say So, Doja Cat was in that category. That song, because the little TikTokers picked it up, was everywhere.
Absolutely.
And so when Billie Eilish got up there, she was like, hey Meg, hey girl, this ain't mine, it's yours. And like she was like, I wrote a speech talking about you, and I didn't even finish it because I was like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna win this because you've had an amazing year, all of this shit. And she's right, this bitch is on fucking everything.
Yeah, but I think that was very good of Billie Eilish and Adele to call that out, to say, listen, y'all fucked up and gave the wrong person the award. I thank you for it, but I can't even really accept it because I know my song wasn't shit.
Yeah, like, especially that particular, it just doesn't make sense.
Megan Thee Stallion, listen, nobody has been talking about anything else but Megan Thee Stallion.
Everything she touches.
It's been
her
COVID.
And the baby.
Yeah, it's been COVID, the baby, and Megan Thee Stallion. That's all we've been talking about.
Yeah,
the whole year.
The breath of fresh rapstress.
I was gonna say
even remember when Cardi B put out her last album, there were like 2 bangers, and that was it.
The last album? She only put out 1 album.
Yeah, that was the last album.
Yeah. But that whole album was rocking. I think I'm just a big Cardi B fan. Sorry.
It was okay, but I think she had like a couple really good songs.
Yeah.
Right. And Megan Thee Stallion's just been like, bop, bop, bop.
But see,
bop.
the difference is Megan was pulling out all these singles, but hadn't put an album out because she was going through all that crap with her label.
Yeah.
So I think everybody too was like really standing for her. And then fucking Tory Lanez allegedly shot her in the fucking foot. And it was like, oh, hell no. Megan, no. It's the year of Megan. Give her flowers now.
Truly.
So yeah. But that's cool. Congratulations to them. I'm glad that's awesome for Beyonce.
Yeah.
To be is she the most winningest person?
No,
or
she's the
female?
most winningest female with 28 Grammys.
That's awesome.
And she thanked Bey, and Bey was there with her, not saying shit because he knows his job.
I want him to cut his dreads. Those are dreads. Those
he
are
has
not locks.
who
I don't
was
like
that? J. Cole shit going on.
I don't like it.
And The Weeknd does it too.
Cut it. I don't like it.
That's so interesting to
But didn't
me.
Blue Ivy win an award?
Yeah, they won for Brown Skin Girl.
Yeah. That's, first of all, I think
I wanted to cry when she was talking about it.
That's awesome how she put her on there as like a co-writer to be able to win that. It's the same thing that like DJ Khaled does, where he made his son Assad an executive producer on his album. So he's making money off of his dad's album already.
That's so good. I wish I had rich parents who would do that. Like,
definitely.
they open up a credit card but it's on their credit card.
Yes, and they keep the credit card and then they
just pay.
Yeah, and I inherit their good credit. Yeah. Then that's on financial literacy.
We should really start a course.
Yeah, definitely we should. Well, we got to learn about financial literacy first.
I would myself have to become financially literate, and then I would,
yes,
for little kids. All I want is little kids to know like health literacy and financial literacy.
Yes, it should be a combo, one and the same,
a 1-2 punch.
Yes, definitely. Anything else in social media?
No, but what have you been watching Netflix wise? Anything good?
I watched 2 movies last night, which is very good for me because I don't watch TV like that. I watched one movie called The Skyliners, which was like this alien movie where they harvest your brain, but it's still the person whose brain they harvested and blah, blah, blah. And it's the girl from The 100. She's like the engineer or whatever from The 100 who had the hip issue and she's in the brace or whatever. I can't remember her name. Raven from The 100.
Raven-Symoné?
No, Raven from The 100. The show The 100 on Netflix.
I only watched first season. Remember, it was annoying.
She was on the first season.
The blonde girl annoying.
Clark.
Blonde main girls are either hit or miss for me.
Yeah,
and she was a miss.
Yeah, Clark was annoying. But anyway, and I also watched what is it called? The Midnight Sky with George Clooney. And he was he wasn't an astronaut, but he was an engineer, whatever. And the world ended and he basically was trying to help save humanity and blah, blah, blah. And there was this little girl that was left behind with him and there's twists and turns and all that kind of stuff. So I watched that.
George Clooney.
He's beautiful.
Taurus of my dreams.
I love George. He's so sexy.
Him. I've Formula One Drive to Survive season 3 is out, so that's what I've been binging.
Oh, really? How is it?
I love Formula One. It's good. It's good because this last, like the actual race season had a bunch of crazy shit happen. So it's nice to finally see like the documentary version of it so I can know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm just a race bitch, you know.
I still want to watch Judas and the Black Messiah. But
okay, my goal is to watch all of the Oscar nominees for Best Picture. That's my goal.
You need to watch The United States versus Billie Holiday. That was a great movie.
It's on the list. But Judas and the Black Messiah is nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
There's a lot of fun nominees for the Oscars this year in terms of like cultural representation, racial representation.
Well, you know which one actually pissed me off? The Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. That movie pissed me off so bad because I felt like they really disrespected Ma Rainey. And that movie was more about Chadwick Boseman than it was about Ma Rainey. And I wish they would have gone through her life as how she grew up, how she even got into singing, the whole 9. Like, I mean, it was great acting altogether.
Everyone
but
thinks
I feel like, but the thing is, it wasn't even about Ma Rainey. It was literally about Chadwick Boseman's character. He had more fucking speaking lines than Viola Davis did. And I get it. You're trying to pay homage to him because he died. But let that be a DVD release where you have that. But you literally had one opportunity to show who Ma Rainey was. And she was in the same dress in the same area. You showed no versatility of who this woman was and the power that she possessed in the time frame that she came out in as an artist. And it was just like, I feel like the movie that Queen Latifah did for Betsy, when Monique played Ma Rainey, you knew more about Ma Rainey in Betsy than you did in the fucking Black Bottom of Ma Rainey. Oh. Like that movie, when I watched that movie, I was like, okay, so when they gonna tell us about her? Like there was this notion that she was gay or that she was bisexual because she had this girl that was with her and, they were kind of touchy-feely, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't tell you about the real core of who the fuck Ma Rainey was. And I'm just like, the whole fucking thing was about Chadwick Boseman guest starring fucking Ma Rainey. I was so pissed about. I'm still pissed about that. I think Viola Davis. That was a word slip. I think Viola Davis did an amazing job.
Always.
Acting,
are you kidding?
And everybody in that movie did an amazing job. But I was so pissed at whoever the screenwriter was. Or the playwright. It was the screenwriter because it's not a play. The screenwriter.
Good catch.
That pissed me off so bad because this is a jewel in the African American community and you had one chance to tell who the fuck this lady was. And all she did was, I want Coca-Cola and I want to sing. Where did she get the strength for her songs? Like, I get it, Chadwick Boseman died, but make a movie about him later.
Yeah.
Like,
would watch that.
Thank you. But yeah, sorry. I went on a whole tangent. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Everyone thinks that one is definitely gonna
and it's probably only because it's Chadwick Boseman. It
is.
Yeah, because he died.
Listen, I love that man. I am very sad he's dead. I cannot do another acceptance speech from his widow. She kills me every time. Every time she accepts something in his honor, I'm just like, ugh.
That's even like when Michael Jackson died.
Fucking sad.
And Janet Jackson would get up there and I'm like, just stop coming up there.
Just,
please.
I'm so sad.
Because then you like, on the hip hop awards, we want to honor Michael Jackson. My brother, booty, booty, pop, pussy, pussy. And it's like, what the fuck? You just honor Michael Jackson. Like, you can't do that. That doesn't work. That's not how that works. But yeah, so anyway. All right, let's go over to the rehab corner.
Let's go.
We're about to wrap it up, but we're going to end on the rehab corner. So what are we talking about in the rehab corner?
I'm talking about how I'm never fucking listening to you ever again. And anytime you ask me a question ever again, I'm going to say no. Because listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a nice coworker. I love my friends, my family, and the people that I fucking work with, but no longer will I be.
What did I do to you? Tell the people. Come on, testify.
Listen, I've been getting through my list quickly because I'm very good at my job. What can I say? So,
yes, unless it's like a ghost, she will just show up like I'm in the middle of an evaluation and she's just standing there like, hello.
It's like I want to be helpful, but not too helpful. No. So I'm just trying to feel out the situation. Anyway, I'm sitting there trying to figure out who I can help. And Monica's like, hey, do you have this person on your list? Have you ever seen him before? I said, no. She said, come see him with me. I said, well, hold on. Let me see if he has OT or no. It's fine. Just come on. I said, no. I've been played before. Pull up his chart. Let's see what the fuck's going on, because I know personally that I held on this man for like 3 weeks because he was so inappropriate. She's like, no, I've been working with him. It's fine. I said, pull up the damn chart. She pulls up the chart. Never seen by OT. Just dropped off the fucking face of the earth. We've never seen this man. So I'm like, you wanted me to walk in this room? We've never even seen him. No plan of care, nothing.
Sure. Just follow my lead.
So I'm like, all right, we go in there. This dude, man, wide awake. First of all, we walk in and the nurse is trying to put a Foley in.
Yes.
And so we're there for that. Awful. I don't like watching that or doing that, so I'm not a nurse.
It was just, I don't like looking at like
what's
penises.
The plural of penis? Oh, penises.
Penises. Like, that's gross. And then it's like most.
So you watch porn, but you don't like watching penises?
No, I don't watch porn at all. But putting like a catheter in a man is traumatic.
That is true. Because it's just like
traumatic.
There's things that shouldn't go places that are it's just like science. Like if something is bigger than what you're putting it into, it's not going to be comfortable. And I don't want to watch
and this is why men don't go to the doctor. I get it now. I totally
get it.
Putting a Foley in a man is traumatic.
So we're watching that. I'm already just disturbed. And I'm like, I got to get out of this room. This man is fucking 2-point restraints.
Yeah.
Traked on the vent. There's lines everywhere. He's not really following commands. You can tell that he kind of knows what's going on, but also doesn't really know what the fuck is going on. We start moving him, and this bitch is like, yeah, he's covered in tube feeds or something else.
It was like gastric juices or some shit. It was like poop, tube feeds, urine, everything, feces. It was disgusting. Even down to the sheet. And the slider sheet was covered in tube feeds.
So I'm already annoyed because I'm like, this is going to be a fucking mess. Then we finally, first of all, he's strong. So you take off.
And he's a big guy.
He's a big guy. So you take off one of the restraints. He's already pulling for his shit. And you're like, oh shit. You got to wrap him, rope him. You got to get his arms. And I'm already annoyed because we start moving. She's like, yeah, I've never sat him up before. I said, what do you mean? She's like, well, we haven't been able to sit him up.
No, I did sit him up.
No.
I sit him up when he first got traked.
She's like, we've been doing in-bed exercises.
Yeah, because OT has not been on board to co-treat. Goddamn OTs.
Said, man. So not only is this man obviously agitated, that's why he has bilateral upper extremity restraints. He's covered in shit. He doesn't know what's going on. And you want me to sit at the edge of the bed. Cool.
Yeah, let's do it.
We fucking get him to the edge of the bed. This man has a subluxed shoulder.
Probably because he's in restraints.
Probably because he's in There's a lot going. This poor man, dude. We sit for a while. He's feeling good. She like gets all the sheets ready. She does the whole 9 yards. That way, once we lay him back down, we can just get all the dirty sheets out, put the clean sheets on. Whatever, doesn't matter. Y'all don't care. This bitch, dude. I'm like, hey. I don't even know what part. No, we had already laid him down. We laid him back down in the bed after sitting at the edge of the bed for a while. And I'm trying to just go quickly because he's traked on the vent. He's laying flat. He's in these restraints, but he's pulling. So she's trying to hold him. I'm just trying to move quickly.
So he's rolled to me at this point while she's trying to pull the dirty stuff.
And I'm trying to pull the dirty stuff out from under him and pull the clean stuff through. And she goes, hey, there's something on your arm.
I was like, Alyssa, what's that on your arm? And she's pulling the sheets back.
My bare ass arm. There's just this little, it's a little like, brown tinged piece of something. It looks like it's the consistency of mucus, but
like
it looks like
ball.
shit.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of red tinged,
Yeah.
y'all. And here's the thing about me. Don't know if you know this. There's some things that I can't fucking deal with.
Yo, I wish I could have had a videotape of this because Alyssa was about to lose her fucking shit.
Y'all.
First of all, we're still wearing masks in the hospital, right? Soon as she sees it on her arm,
my God.
she's like, I was like, Alyssa, keep it together. Keep it together. Don't throw her up.
That is dramatic. That is not what I did.
That's what you did.
First of all, I know that that's a shitty position to be in for a patient, so I'm trying to be so cool about it. But the problem is, I see this fucking unidentified piece of something on my arm. I have long arm hair, so it's stuck in my arm hair. I can already tell it's stuck in my arm hair. And I'm trying to still get all the dirty stuff under him at the same time. And as I pull it out, I get this fucking whiff of God knows what.
And she was,
so the whiff mixed with, I don't know, particulate on my arm. I'm just like, I cannot hold it in. I literally think I'm going to fucking throw up.
Alyssa, you're good. You got it. You got it, girl.
Like,
you good.
I don't even know what to tell you. Alyssa, you're fine. It's fine.
You're
Just
fine,
go.
it's fine.
I'm like, okay, I got it.
Go.
I got it. So I'm, oh my God, I can't fucking talk it. Literally, I'm trying to move so fast. I get all the dirty shit. I throw it in the corner. We put the clean sheets on. We scoot them up. And I literally go take a bath in the sink. I'm like soaping up into my armpits to clean it off. And then I'm feeling a little better. I turn and I just look at his suction canister to the wall. And it's just full of
disgustingness.
And then I start right back up again because I was like, that's what's on me.
I was like, it's fine. I got him. It's fine. I'm holding the restraints. Like
I've never had that happen to me in a room with a patient. Thank God that, you know, he's a little out of it because that was messed up.
I'm sorry. It was fun. When you started gagging out, you were just gagging it. Like your fucking face. I was like, this bitch is going to vomit in her mask all over.
Dude, I thought I was going to fucking vomit in my mask.
I did too, multiple times.
I never have. I've had it happen one other time because a wound was so bad, but I left the room because I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't fucking leave.
I was like, if you throw up on this man, I am not cleaning his shit up. We just cleaned him. No, I'm not doing it.
This bitch, dude.
Oh my God. But that was not my fault. The patient needed to be seen. He was not evaluated.
It was not my patient to be seen.
Hey, you got 4 units. You should be happy.
I deserve those 4 units. And then, y'all, so before we even started, I took off my badge because I was like, this looks like it's going to be a fucking shit show. Like, I can tell, and I know this badge is just going to get stuck in some shit. So I'm going to take it off. And right before I was leaving, Monty was like, don't forget your badge. I said, yeah. Well, I'm fucking hypoxic. I'm gagging. I'm covered in who knows what. I just put on a gray wipe all over my skin. My liver's probably in shock. And I forgot my badge. So I had to go back up to the room after I'd gone all the way down to lunch and get my badge.
No, I was going to say, didn't you go to the cafeteria and you were trying to pay for your lunch?
I went all the way to the cafeteria. I got my food. I got to the line. I went to go grab my badge and I was like, oh, you fucking kidding me?
Thank God you went down there with one of our coworkers.
Yeah, so she had to pay for my lunch.
Yeah.
Had to haul my ass all the way back up to his room. And the problem was I kept thinking like I need to walk around before I eat lunch because it's going to gross me out. I'm not going to be able to. Had to go right the fuck back up to his room and gross me out again.
I'm sorry. It was funny. That was the funniest thing ever.
It's days like that where I'm like, I don't know about this fucking job.
Yeah, listen, therapy.
Y'all, unknown substances on your person. I cannot.
Yeah, no, I remember this one time, even in PT school, we were cutting cadavers, right? And I know, we were cutting up the cadavers, and one of my classmates who actually listens to our podcast, so she's gonna know that this is her. I don't want to say her name, but
Julie.
No, definitely not a Julie. She was cutting up something, and she was cutting off the fat, I think off the back of the head or something. And she flicked her scalpel and a piece of like the muscle or something went right by her eye. And she starts running around the fucking lab. And and we're like, scalpel! She's running in the scalpel. It was the funniest fucking thing ever. Oh my God. She was like, I gotta get it out of my eye. I mean, it flicked perfectly at the corner of her fucking eye. And she was just running with the goddamn scalpel. Oh my God.
When I was in cadaver lab, they were cutting up this bitch. And I don't even remember what they were cutting. I want to say it was like tensor fascia lata.
Yeah.
That was probably like extensor shit on the back.
Oh God, I'm crying.
This was the time before masks.
Yeah.
And we didn't wear masks in fucking cadaver
We didn't
lab.
either.
No, you didn't need to. You just put some smelly shit on your nose.
You just get high off the formaldehyde.
Exactly. So they, you know how you go to like get the skin of the tendon and stuff, and sometimes like your whatever you're using kind of slips because it slipped and this juice shot up and it like, you know how Kevin Hart does bum lip?
Yes, the bum.
It hit my fucking lip. You saw how I gagged in that room with that patient. It was worse than that because
oh my God. Girl.
It was so bad. There was fucking dead body and formaldehyde juices on my lip.
Just cut the whole lip off. Just cut it off.
I said, take it. I don't want it anymore. And I had to leave lab.
Yeah. My hat, I used to wear this one hat all the time in PT school because I didn't do my hair. I just kept it like twisted. And one time our teacher was showing us something in the body cavity. And I leaned over, my hat was not secure, and my hat fell in the fucking cadaver. I was so big. He was like, this is why I tell you, don't wear no hats in the lab. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dr. Turan. God damn it. I wear my hat because I want to wear my hat. And so literally I had to throw, and that was one of my favorite hats from Old Navy. And I had to throw it away because I was like, I'm not washing this. I'm not going to wash it. But it literally fell in the body cavity. I was so mad. So incredibly mad.
Dude, those bodies smell so bad. One summer, our bodies all molded because the AC tripped in the building. Mm-hmm. Moldy bodies are
that
the
happened
worst.
to us too.
Moldy body smell.
Yeah, we were taking a final exam, and the night before, our director and the gross anatomy lab teacher was like pinning the things or whatever. We came in. If you've ever smelled hot formaldehyde, that shit burns your fucking eyes, man.
Awful.
It was the worst. He had like the door open during our final exam, and even like the muscles it looked like bacon, like charred bacon or something. It was like so weird. We were like, we can't even identify half this shit on you. First of all, we already don't know what the fuck these muscles are, and then you want us to look at burnt muscles? Oh no, we can't do that. But yeah, it was. Yeah, that was that. I needed that laugh that day. It was.
Moral story is I had to cut my entire arm off, and I no longer have one. Yeah.
Did you bleach it too, or just use the gray wipe?
I just used the gray wipe. I thought the bleach wipe would be excessive. Probably
we
not.
Still don't know what it was.
Stop. No, all I kept thinking was if I do the bleach wipe, then I'm probably gonna forget I have it on, and then I'll touch my pants or my shirt.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
bleach me.
Definitely. Yeah. So just understand that we have to deal with a lot of shit as PTs and OTs.
Literally, like what the fuck was on? I can't even tell you, but it just smelled. It smelled like vomit. It was not vomit.
And see, the thing is, the reason why I told you that it was there was because you know how sometimes when we're working with patients and we need to pull up our glasses or wipe our forehead, I didn't want you to use your forearm to wipe, and then that thing was on your fucking forehead.
It was on a perfect spot in my forearm. I don't even know how it got there. It just plucked right there.
It was weird. I was just like, yeah, let me just go ahead and tell her that it's there.
His body's rolled towards her. She just told me, she's like, hey, listen.
First of all, I was struggling trying to hold this 276 pounder to the side and his trach, and my back was burning, and I'm laughing at the same time. So I'm slowly losing control of this man's body, and he's over here trying to fight, and I can feel his hands on my stomach, like trying to get his hands out.
With his mitten hand.
The nurse put a fucking sock on his hand, like that's gonna fix it. It's like, ma'am, really, puppets? You even in puppets?
Oh my god.
So that was hilarious, but yeah. But you made it through.
I did make it through a lot of showers since then.
You should have filed for FMLA for that.
From that, I should have.
Yeah, that was traumatic for you. That was very traumatic. But yeah, bodily fluids in the hospital is disgusting. Just bleach everything.
Bleach my whole body.
All right, anything else, or we can wrap up this show on the road?
I think that's about it.
Yeah. All right, well, thank y'all for tuning in.
It's been real. It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
Has it been?
I mean, not the last story because it involved a traumatic experience for you. But
I'm traumatized.
Yeah, it's okay.
This was good. Y'all go out there, spread love and light this week.
Absolutely. Have a great week on purpose. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Hey, I work 7 days in a row, and I'm tired.
Meditate, eat a cheeseburger if that's your thing.
And don't forget to shop at www.myapothecary.com for your sports medicine cream. You also for your CBD.
I've been fucking up that cream. It's good.
Yo, the soft gels. I finished the thing already because I've been taking 2 at night. And I don't know what I'm supposed to.
75 soft gels.
But it's been helping so much because when I wake up in the morning, I have less pain in my hip and in my back.
Oh, you let it work overnight, eh?
Yeah, I do, and I sleep way better. So yeah, don't forget to visit again www.myapothecary.com. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.